We've just taken delivery of our Lazy Spa St Moritz 2021 model year garden spa. In a few moments we'll get this opened up and I'll show you what's in the box, and I shall also give you a brief introduction to this model and its features. A care point first though, the total weight of this box is 45 kilos. So if you need to move the box around before you've opened it, you can do like I did and drag it across the carpet, which is not too difficult. But if you need to carry it or lift it over a step, 2 people. As with a lot of things that you buy these days, there's a symbol on the box asking you not to use a knife to open it with. The obvious reason is that they don't want you sticking a knife blade through here, cutting through the material that the article is made of. So my tip is to use the end of a ballpoint pen. The sellotape quite easily, and then just drag it along the seam. Same for the sides. And once you've got one end open a little bit, if you put a little tension on the sellotape, you'll find it'll tear all the way along. If, like me, you're opening up on a breezy day outside, be sure not to lose the bits of paper and the instructions that are on the top of the spa itself. Now we're getting to the meat of it. Down one side here is what looks like it's probably the cover, and what I think is the inside base. Oh, some more paper, the option to extend your warranty, and inside the main box we're now left with 2 smaller boxes, the smaller of which, that's the pump and heater unit. Oh, yet more paper. Oh, another opportunity to extend the warranty. They're obviously quite keen on you doing that. Well, of course they are. It's more money for them, isn't it? And this slightly larger box, which is pretty hefty, it has to be said. No picture, but I'm guessing that that must be tub itself. Right, now I've got an empty box and I can manhandle the box easily enough. A quick introduction to the Lazy Spa St Moritz. The St Moritz is the second largest of the Lazy Spa tubs. I have actually seen a review where the reviewer actually commented on that by saying that they found that this was big enough for 6-foot adults to get in. And that's not why I've got it. I want to spread out. But if that's your bag, so be it. It's got a brown rattan finish on the exterior of the tub itself. We've got rattan furniture, albeit that it's black. So hopefully it'll sort of fit in quite nicely. But the big thing, this is a 2021 model year. Now the improvements that the 2021 model year brings compared to a 2020 model year, that there are 180 bubble jets, whereas there used to be 140. And it comes with the freeze shield facility, which is an automatic heating system that protects the pump during the colder winter months and enables the tub to be left outside and used all year round, which again you could not do with the 2020 and earlier versions. You used to have to take them in the winter. They also seem to be suggesting that they've improved the strength of the material since the previous model years as well. And it's got a multifunction pump, heats up to 40 degrees C. I think that's the same as the previous model years, to be honest. So there are benefits in getting a 2021 model year. As I said, it is the second largest and it's about 2.2 meters in diameter, which is quite large. So you do need a fair amount of space to fit it in. But they're quite big on telling you about how you can inflate it in just 5 minutes and how it's got a power saving feature on the timer. That's something I guess I'll come to and get used to once we've got it set up and in use. Yeah, the box also has a picture of the control panel. I won't go into that now. We'll delve into that in the setup video, I'm sure. It is worth noting this tub, the St Moritz, being the second biggest, takes around 1200 litres of water, which means that once full, the whole thing weighs a little over 1200 kilos. Make sure that you're going to site it in an area that's capable of taking the weight. Use the same ballpoint pen trick to open these boxes. This one is the combined pump and heating unit. Opening the first flap reveals the plug and the RCD unit that comes with it. Interestingly, this RCD unit, which is on the power lead, is a 10 milliamp unit, which means it's much more sensitive than the unit that you'll have in the consumer unit of your house, which will be a 30 milliamp unit, which means that it'll be very safe. And if it does trip, this is the one that'll trip rather than the one in your house. That's not a guarantee, but it is most likely. One of the things I am impressed about, actually, is the use of cardboard, and therefore completely recyclable. Unlike we recently had to purchase a new washing machine. Oh, the amount of polystyrene it came with. That must be the air hose. There's a loose filter, and again, nice to see, no plastic bag. Having said that, there is a small plastic bag with some fittings, another small plastic bag with some fittings. The air hose is separate, and there is a small plastic bag just over one of the pump fittings, presumably to prevent the ingress of any debris. But the use of plastic bags has clearly been minimised during the manufacturing process. This unit has a pair of handles each side of it, which enables it to be lifted. I would suggest putting your feet each side of the box and squeezing the box slightly, and then you can lift the unit out. When you do, in the middle at the bottom is the filter unit. There's also another cardboard piece which has one of the water inlet and outlet, so don't go throwing that away, forgetting to take that out. That's it, got all the parts now. So this cardboard box can now go straight into recycling. I think I read in the specifications somewhere that the lead is 7 meters long. It certainly looks like it's probably quite long. Whether it's 7 meters is hard to say. And another good point, the lead is, the cable type that the lead is made up of feels like yes it is, HO7RNF, 3-gang 1.5 millimeters. I used to use loads of this HO7RNF stuff when I was an electrician. It's very good, particularly for external extension leads. It's what outside broadcast companies use for all the leads that you see knocking around. And 3-gang 1.5 millimeters, that's actually probably a next size up from what would be strictly necessary for a 3 kilowatt unit. So that's a good plus point. I think it shows the initial impression that you are paying for quality here. They certainly haven't cheaped out on the cable, nor the RCD unit. And in the same vein, I can also tell by looking at these that these hose clips that they've fitted are stainless steel rather than ordinary galv steel that you would normally just buy off the shelf. So that, again, that's a very good feature. That's, you know, long lasting, no rust. Oh, the control panel swivels so you can have it vertical or horizontal. That way you can see and operate it whilst you're in the tub. Oh, and a very nice feature. Oh yes, gin and tonic holder. Very thoughtful design. I'm expecting this to be the main structure of the tub itself. And yes indeed, so it is. I'm not going to take that out of the box because I can use the box to drag it across the grass to its new home. I will just make sure that there doesn't appear to be anything else in the box other than that. So overall, yes, overall I'm very impressed. The quality seems to be very good. They've used cable, which for the UK market at least is slightly bigger than they could have got away with. It's probably correct cable for a hot market where maybe temperatures are higher and the cable might be in the sunshine all day long. And the lack of plastic wrapping, well, I say lack, the actual tub itself is wrapped in plastic. So my message to Lazy Spa, or perhaps I should say Best Way, would be, why not wrap these in paper? Get stout paper bags for these instead of plastic. And one more item worthy of note. One thing you'll notice that did not come out of the packaging is a chemical kit. So you will need to buy a chemical kit separately to buying the tub. I've bought a Clearwater Spa starter kit. That will get me up and running. Clearwater, at least, may be different with other manufacturers, but they do spa kits and they do pool kits. So for these, do be sure to get a spa kit. Very easy to unbox, and I have to say I'm very pleased with what I've found. If you got value from this video, please give it a like down by the title. and consider subscribing. This channel is still quite young, but I'm hoping to fill the channel with plenty of useful videos in the future.